brother, no false prophet, no infidels.
Welcome to the Yellowbrick Road. I am Jordan, and today.
Fuck yeah. He's doing a video. Hey, welcome guys to the Yellowbrick Road. I'm
You
doing a
literally
video
never
today
care about the
where-
intro. You have never cared. You're
Hey,
the fucking fakest.
Click the
He's in a
links
good mood.
the description. All
He
the
said,
videos-
click the
He's in a
links.
great mood.
all
Great
of the
fucking
videos
mood.
that we watch will be in the description, linked below. And
Hopefully you
here
can
we
tell.
go.
Links.
Hopefully you can tell I have a lot of children here.
He said,
I didn't
click
give them
the link.
There was no warm milk for them yet, so they're going off a little bit. Anyways, welcome
So
to the Yellowbrick Road. I am
You're
Jordan.
wrecked, bro. You're wrecked.
Yo, it's so
Wrecked by what?
predictable.
It's over, bro. It's
You guys
over.
predicted my said
Brother,
10
you
million
have some
time
followers in
intros.
here, brother.
Bro, it's over.
You have some followers
Wait,
I
in
the
here,
intro I
brother.
say it 10 million times. You
I
guys,
just
you guys
fucked up your
predicted it?
video, dude. No one's gonna get past this part, bro. I just fucked
Yeah,
up your
but-
video.
You have a
Take
true
two.
believer here, brother. He recites your gospel.
Only if I knew.
Hey, take two, bro. Take two.
Jihadi money.
Only if I knew what to do here. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna panic and move on.
Take two.
Anyways, welcome to the Yellowbrick Road. I'm
Wow,
Jordan, and
I could have been a
today
fucking mod. None of this would have happened.
we're gonna react to I don't know, nukes going off in the Middle East possibly, but don't worry. Oh, nothing for that? No. What happened?
No.
Nothing?
Wow, that's so funny.
That
dude.
is
That Jordan wants to
last
make a
day,
joke
brother.
on
Not
you.
No jokes for that?
funny, not
It's
at all.
crazy. Anyways,
Pass.
You're fucking
Last
great.
day.
we're gonna react to some ideas and stories about possible nukes going off
We
in
didn't
the
want
Middle
the
East.
jokes to bomb.
That was I think too soon, right? Even like whatever. Okay.
That was good.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. But first, do not forget to share, support, hopefully donate to all the links in the description box. Also, please check out the Discord link if you want to join that. We're in that Discord right now. All opinions are welcome. Trust me, they are. And obviously, please check out the links.
They're really
and go
not, though.
look at them yourself. Please go give it a
That's
look,
Brandon.
including
not
stuff
real.
like this.
All
Uh,
opinions are welcome. We're actually in this Discord right now.
Yeah, we are.
So yeah.
It's perfect rendition, Josh.
Very good job, Shakespeare. Thank you, Shakespeare.
Thank you.
Anyways, you can see here, breaking, Israel's Knesset has passed a law to execute Palestinian detainees. Death by hanging, mandatory sentencing, no pardon, and 90 days to carry out the killing. What's this? It applies through military courts with a 96% conviction rate. It does not apply to Israelis. So, once again, the
Well, yeah, because
thousands-
Palestinians have to.
Okay.
They go to military court
Yeah,
versus civilian court. But hold on, shut up, Harrison.
I can't even hear him.
I'm sorry.
But God,
Oh,
yeah.
no, I'm saying I'm sorry. When was this from? 30th.
Today.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. Okay, very civilized.
Uh,
Just death by hanging.
Yeah, and they have a lot of.
They love to talk about Western civilization.
Well, there's a lot of talk about like Israeli hostages that are taken by Hamas, right? But then there's a lot that there actually is like a lot of Palestinians that have been captured for no good reason. Not everyone, but like most of them. Let's be honest, are there for no good fucking reason.
Oh,
And,
they've
and now
been
they're
doing that, too.
allowing killing them.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, by capital punishment. Dad?
You know how Obama like recategorized people who die in war, like as enemy combatants. This is like, well, this is like a legal way to just kill people, right? Like they don't count as like
Yeah.
casualties of war. They're just
Exactly.
they're being punished for crimes.
Actually, funny enough, Matt Hunter's here, man. It's like when government does like some killing of regular people, it's just called war, right? It's not counted towards like FBI crimes, fucking statistics, right? It doesn't count towards that. It's like, oh well, it's war, so it's okay when you kill these guys. Don't worry, we'll have more on that. But here's Ben Gavir, how do you say his name? Toasting a glass of champagne. Hey man, we can kill these guys now? Awesome. Here we go. Fuck yeah. The fucking party, man. We can kill them. Man, I'm sorry. This guy's a dweeb. If you follow this guy, you're a fucking. I'm sorry. This guy's a full-blown dweeb. If you fell for him, good luck to you. We'll keep it moving.
I'm celebrating.
I mean, it's like actually like, once again, for the idea of like narrative management or psyops, right? And the idea, like, once again, there's a lot of people like focusing on, oh my God, Israel, right? This guy helps that. He helps it. He is a relatively higher up official, right, in the Israeli government. And he's the face of like, hey, we can hang them now. We can kill them. Champagne.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Of course.
You don't understand it at all.
Yeah, of course, this is the guy that gets marched out there for everyone to see, right? This little fuckface. Little dweeby guy. Anyways, we'll keep it moving. And I saw this along with other things. I'm just like, man, something maybe not right might happen over there. Well, obviously, something not right is already happening, but I mean, like, towards like extra. You can see here, Italy's defense minister on the consequences of the war, of the Iran war for Italy. I am forced to know things about what could happen in the coming week and the effects it will have on the economy and our daily lives that no longer allow me to sleep. Now, he's saying in economic terms, which I already cringe at personally, but there might be something like on the ground possibly happening. Here's a guy that actually resigned from the UN. Mohammed Safa. I don't know this guy, but apparently this guy resigned from the UN because of what could possibly happen. Let me read it. I don't think people understand the gravity of the situation as the UN is preparing for possible nuclear weapons use in Iran. I mean, once again, who knows? He could be wrong. He could be lying. It could be a psyop. It could be a play, a plan, whatever. The point is, what do regular people do with this that are not in the know, right? What do we do with that? It's like, well, all caution, straight up, immediately, right? All caution put to the fucking task immediately. Hey guys, are you doing this? Are you thinking about doing this? I have questions for you. Why? Like, what are we doing here? What's going on? The population should have a bajillion fucking questions for these guys. And once again, this guy resigned from the UN apparently because I think he heard some information. Let's keep reading here. He says this is a picture of Tehran. For you uneducated, untraveled, never served, warhawk licking your chops at the thought of bombing it. It's not some low population desert. These are families, children, family pets, regular working class people with dreams. You're sick to want war. And there's the image of Tehran. Tehran is a city of nearly 10 million people. Imagine nuking Washington, Berlin, Paris, London, or beyond, bombed with nuclear weapons, which is typically not, if I had to guess, not typically thought of when these foreign skirmishes happen, right? Not the first thought of like, oh man, what if it's happening to me? Some do that, right? In regards to empathy, right? Or like simple like ignorance, veil of ignorance, empathy, right? Usually thought of. Sorry, Harrison. I heard you bleeping in the background a little bit. I'll turn you up unless it's stupid. Then I'll turn you back down. But go ahead, Harrison, if you want to.
No, I mean, you're bitching about Iran, but I'm saying no one's going to nuke Iran. That's a fucking hyperbole.
Well, you don't know. Well, personally,
because you watch Jimmy Kimmel and you love it. You want to lick his butthole.
Okay, I never watched Jimmy Kimmel in my life, actually. Except, what was the newer thing? He got fired for the Charlie Kirk stuff, right? That's about it. There was him on the Man Show back in the day.
He was fired for like 24 hours. He got his job
But
back.
those
He's
are the only
fine.
times I watched that guy. I think he's kind of a lame
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
a bot
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
Or an apathetic celebrity person, whatever. Anyways.
What we
I
will do is like seize their shit and go door to door, find that fucking uranium, and kick their shit out of those goddamn muzzies. And that's what I love because well,
okay.
that's what I did.
Fair enough. Anyways, I gave up my diplomatic career to leak this information. I suspended my duties so as not to be part of or a witness to the crime against humanity in an attempt to prevent a nuclear winter before it is too late. That sounds so ominous, but I can't say it's true or not. I can't say that. I cannot say that yet. Yesterday, nearly 10 million people protested No Kings in the United States. If we got something for that too later. Not in this video, but another video later on. The possibility of the use of nuclear weapons must be taken very seriously. I agree. It's dangerous. Act now. Spread this message worldwide. Take to the streets. Protest for our humanity and future. Only the people can stop it. History will remember us. Now, once again, he could be wrong. He could be lying. There's plenty of things that can happen, like in regards to this stuff. But I heard enough words to where I'm like, well, I mean, already like actual warnings, like, hey guys, we should stop this and do something else or investigate, like really investigate. But that is obviously like we're so far gone from that simple idea. We are now in the territory of like the dumbest answers on planet Earth. We are now in that level of things. Instead of something like as simple as like, hey, let's investigate. That is now considered like so far gone compared to what we're actually getting for answers. And guess what? Because people think of Democrats as being the more rational, calm-headed minded people, right? They think that shit fucking makes sense too. But in reality, it looks like it makes sense compared to what? Like batshit crazy shit we're seeing right now. They're both despicable in regards to actions. They both are. But they will play off each other's like relativity to trick you. What do you got, Harrison? I'm sorry, I can't hear you, man. What's up? What's that?
You want to stick the dick of the goddamn women? Give them mod shit because they fucking trolled you?
Hey, mods? God damn, man. I'm sorry, Harrison. They won the war. Let's keep it moving. Now we have this, and yes, I looked it up. Haaretz did say this. It's not some sort of fake Photoshop thing. Report: U.S. fired new ballistic missiles untested in combat at school. At school in Iran, killing at least 21 people.
Fucking Jordan. Fuck you, Jordan. And your fucking show.
I love you too, Harrison. Don't worry, one day
Wait,
you'll
what
find
happened?
out. You'll find
What
out,
happened?
buddy.
One day you'll find out.
It's okay,
Look,
bud.
Why is he mad?
Because he doesn't like foreign policy stuff because it may trigger him. And I'm like, hey man, I'll talk to you any day you want to. But if you're gonna bullshit and troll, yeah, you're not gonna get anywhere, my friend. Look in a fucking mirror, my friend. That's what I have for Harrison. Look in a fucking mirror. It's okay. We'll keep it moving. Move on to this. Once again, surrounding the same story.
I didn't get what I wanted. What is he talking about? Calm down. Calm down, Harry. Calm down.
Harrison's a fucking. He's lying and bullshitting because I think he gets triggered by foreign policy stuff where he looks like a bad guy based on his past. I'm like, hey man, grab a mirror. Let's become Batman. Be that guy. But instead he can't, unfortunately, and thus we end up here where he says nothing, sweet nothingness. That's okay though.
Every time we touch on Iran, he does this.
No, every time we touch on foreign policy,
Yeah,
Jesse,
this
get it right.
brings-
Get it right. On foreign policy, he gets a little bit triggered, in my humble opinion, and he does this. It's okay, though. I have an option to turn him the fuck down. Let's keep it moving. So from Breaking Points, Larry Wilkerson, who's a ex-military higher up, essentially higher up military guy, now he's like a Scott Ritter or a McGregor or whoever, right? These military guys that are telling, hey man, we know the inside scoop, right? He's kind of like in that category. And you can see the title here: Iran may be rushing to nuke right now, which is a little bit weird. I actually saw a little snippet of a video of he's American, Arab American, right? And he was in, I guess around the Strait of Hormuz, and he asked a question about like, hey, what if Israel like let's nukes off, right? As like out of desperation or whatever, right? And this Iranian guy's like, yeah, don't worry, we got the solution for that, bro. We got something waiting for them. Essentially, is what this guy was saying. Allegedly, I can't say it's true. I can't say it's real. I don't fucking know. But it's worth considering when it comes to already bottom tier horrendousness happening. Damn, could it get worse? It possibly could. And that's what I'm willing to hear out this. I'm willing to hear out Larry and breaking points in regards to this. Like maybe once again the whole Iran nuclear stuff. What if they're like, you know what, this is survival. So you know what, let's actually rush and get it like a nuke, or something like a nuke, right? I'm just saying, like, but there's steps that led here. Yeah. But either way, let's play some breaking points. Here's Larry Wilkerson with, I guess, Magic 8 Ball and Sugar. Here we go.
So for more on the Iran war, we're very fortunate to be joined this morning by Lawrence Wilkerson. He's a retired U.S. Army colonel. He was former chief of staff to Secretary of State Colin Powell, Vietnam veteran, and also former faculty member at the U.S. Naval War College, and was a prominent critic of the Iraq war. Genuinely one of my heroes, certainly. Great to meet you, sir, and great to have you on.
Good to see you, sir.
Good to be with you.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
of course. So
Hey,
let's
sir.
go ahead and start with some of the latest here. Recent interview that President Trump gave to Financial Times. We can put some of the highlights, if you want to call them that, up on the screen here. He told the Financial Times he, quote, wants to seize Iran's oil. Quote, to be honest with you, my favorite thing is to take the oil in Iran, specifically considering taking Karg Island. He compares it to Venezuela, saying the U.S. could control oil there indefinitely. Also claims Iran has no real defense. Quote, I don't think they have any defense. We could take it very easily. Acknowledges that Karg Island would require a lengthy occupation. He also says we've bombed 13,000 targets. We've got about 3,000 targets left, and claims that regime change has effectively already happened. So your reaction to
crazy.
some of what President Trump is claiming here?
Okay, before Larry goes, tonight there was a massive fucking bombing in Iran that happened.
really
In regards to size, they've been bombing every day. Like
Yeah, bro.
both sides are
It's
bombing
Iran.
every day. Right?
how bad?
I don't know
We
yet.
can't talk, but it looked
Only
bad.
only aesthetics you can see, but like let's be real.
Literally, you could only see dark smoke. That's how bad it was.
Common sense logic
but,
is like a lot of
what-
civilians live in Tehran.
Are we
right?
talking nuke?
No,
Are we talking nuke bad?
no.
No,
Well,
we knew that as soon as they drop it, as soon as they let go, they send it in the air. You'd know they did that.
Someone's
shit would be breaking
world got
news.
nuked. Someone's world got nuked, but not
Yeah,
the
someone's
idea of
going-
the typical nuke, right? And yeah, it is what it is. Like these people are out of their fucking minds. They're all out of their fucking minds, and we have to sit back and watch it. I guess. Unfortunate.
And Israel's like on a heater. One day it's Lebanon. One day it's fucking Iran.
Yeah.
Like over and over again.
Yeah. Almost like in their minds there's like impunity for doing so. It's kind of crazy, actually.
But the thought is that Israel has less real estate to look over than Iran does. So yeah, that's why people are saying, even though Iran's taking bigger losses, Israel could be getting desperate because their threshold's is a lot smaller than Iran's.
I mean, I don't know why you would put your... Well, I can see why they would do that, because they're safe, right? The leaders of Israel, they're putting their civilians I mean, like,
Yeah.
very much at risk, very much so. And it's like they don't even care about it. By the way, it's like they don't care. It's like, yeah, fucking kill him. Who cares?
And it's kind of slap in the face of you guys have time to make these new rules about prisoners. You don't have time to like say like, hey man, let's like pause this and reconsider what we're doing. Like no time for that.
Yeah.
But they have time to pass laws about killing people that have nothing to do with the bombings happening right now.
Yeah. And there's a lot of let's be honest. Uh actually I should have brought this up when I brought up that story. There's ideas of like the almost like the forgive me, like the MLK version of a Palestinian is apparently in these prisons, right? The guy's like nonviolence, we will win through nonviolence. I wouldn't be surprised if something like that is like aiming towards guys like that. These guys are nonviolent. We can't have them around because they're nonviolent. We need the violent ones around because it gives us an excuse to go be violent ourselves. I kid you not. I think we've seen this throughout history. It might be happening over there, where it's like actually like they'll say men, but it might be like a 16-year-old, might be 17, might be 15. So they'll say, okay, Palestinian Hamas fighter, grown man, and they might execute that motherfucker, bro. And you have like once again, the peaceful sounding person might also get executed too. And him and his crew, right? And it's like, who's left? Well, Hamas. Just like we intended. Hamas will be the last ones left. Brilliant. Brilliant. I mean, like, once again, these motherfuckers are mentally fucking ill. Mentally ill. Straight up. And the way they're aiming towards Iran, this is not good. I'm seeing videos of like soldiers hugging their families goodbye as they ship out to the fucking Middle East. This is not looking good at all.
Well, you can't rule out that the false attack on United States soldiers as well. That's probably the most. It's probably the most dynamic thing that would change hearts and minds over here. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Doing some kind of Pearl Harbor event in those areas. It doesn't matter that they went there. No one told them to go there. No one told the United States to deploy them there. No one told the United States to do like 20 different other things. It's like, hey, these guys killed our boys and girls. Now we have to go finish the job.
Well, like I'll add this. Like, well, what happens if people are like, oh my God, they did this for Israel, right? To where the diagnosis changes essentially with that assessment, right? And it becomes not about the U.S. government and the creepy shit they're doing, right? It becomes like some foreign nation that you have no access to. It's them doing it over there. And thus they can't do anything about it, right? Because they have no votes there. They have no protest over it. They can't do anything about it, right?
Yeah.
It's like almost perfect for a fucking evil villain, a fucking movie or video game. They're perfectly like lined up.
You make your own monster. You've made your own monster the last 40 years. Yeah, and if you execute that, yeah, they have a boogeyman to blame. Like,
and regular people have
an eye for an eye, blood for blood.
They built their own fucking casket out of it. Incredible, man. From apathy to quote unquote care, where they read the situation like completely fucking wrong. It's incredible when you look at it. But all right, let's keep playing. Here's some. If someone can hear Harrison, if he has like an actual point, please let me know. I'll turn him back up. But all right, I hear him like yapping, like quiet yapping in the background. But, all right, here we go. Here is Larry. What do you got, Harrison? Yo, Harrison, floor's yours. Go ahead.
He said you're weird. You're
What's up?
weird.
I'm weird? Okay, good. That's it? All right, fine.
That's it?
I am weird. I am weird.
You're a Muslim lover.
I am definitely weird. Let's keep going. Here we go.
Here in this interview.
I think we're seeing Donald Trump do his best to create an aura around this
Jordan
decision
try to do
war in
Christian.
Iran.
I've watched Jordan try to do fucking Hindu. I've watched Jordan try to do Muslim. He's a goddamn fucking nigger. Fuck that guy.
Just give Harrison. if you like see my screen,
Harrison, holy shit.
he loves me, bro. Daddy loves you, Harrison. Don't worry. I love you, my little one. Here we go.
That looks successful. And he's having great difficulty doing it, whether marshaling forces to show the American people that he can do that, or whether it's actually describing the situation in Iran. I bring it to my group's attention, and most of them know what I'm talking about, that when I used to be on the game floor in some of the biggest simulations and war games the United States played, Global, for example.
That's already creepy, Larry, right? It's already
former
weird and creepy and
secretaries of defense, or in one case, sitting secretaries of defense would play the president in the game. These were very serious games. And one of the things I would always ask the people on the game floor is, how are you doing? Or some question like that. And if a Navy captain or an Army colonel came back to me and said, we're accomplishing our objectives, I'd take him in the corner and chew his butt out. And I would say, that's not what I asked you. Are you accomplishing your mission? You can bomb the hell out of the world and accomplish your objectives. So many bombs, so many targets, so many airplanes, and not be accomplishing your mission. And they would look back at me with some amazement. Oh, is that right, sir? Oh, okay, let me get back to you. That's what I would say here. You can drop all the bombs in the world. You can be accomplishing your plans and all that. But if they aren't leading you to accomplishing your mission, it's nonsense. Yeah. And that's what's happening here, partly because no one has articulated the mission.
Sir, I'm actually really curious.
Now, someone should tell Larry. No offense. I hope his heart is in the right place, whatever. But like, someone tell him that like you should question the idea of the mission itself. Larry, we've seen enough liars. We've seen bullshit artists. We've seen this shit, bro. Like, question the thing itself too, Larry. Right? That should happen. It is what it is. I get kind of the military style like mindset in regards to certain foreign policy stuff. I get that. I understand that. But it's like, at this point, Larry, the mission itself needs to be in question for you. Straight up. The entirety of it. From like American freedom and democracy spreading, or, you know, what's the word? National interest, right? National security interest, whatever, right? They should all be in question for you, Larry, at this point. This is where we're at. IQ test. Now you're awake, right, Larry? And thus, look at all of it. Forgive me. I know Larry's a good guy right now. We should let Larry be a good guy. Here we go.
Considering your experience in the Bush administration, the current plan is now to go in, or at least one floated plan, is to go in, use U.S. ground troops to seize 1,000 pounds of uranium, somehow just be on the ground for days or weeks, be able to take that without taking any casualties or minimal casualties, potentially with the 82nd Airborne that would be surrounding them. From a military strategic level, also genuinely as somebody who was engaged probably in similar conversations there at the time, I mean, how fantastical of a plan is that? What are the realities of being able to successfully be able to pull that off, not only just to extract the uranium, but also to make sure that there's minimal U.S. casualties?
First of all, I don't think General Keane, and I don't know him that well, but I've seen a little bit of his activities, and I know something of his objections to this entire process. They weren't heated, of course, but I don't think anyone is going to give the real evidence or facts of what's going to happen. I see forces moving from Naha and Okinawa, the 15th MU, I believe, the forward deployed MU. I see forces moving from Southern California, from Washington State, from Fort Campbell, Kentucky, from Ramstein, of course. All manner of forces moving toward, or supposedly toward, some of them haven't even received a warning order yet, if you can believe that, the area. What that means in terms of what's been stated, I think is very difficult to ascertain. I hope probably because the military is obfuscating it and doesn't want anybody, including the enemy, to know what we're going to do. But I think you're right in terms of the array of forces being put down. It looks as if we're going to have some more or less conventional forces to protect, as well they can, those special operators who are going in to try and find something that we want. And from what Dr. Ted Postol has told me up at emeritus professor at MIT, the most serious thing is, and I think Ted's right on this, he thinks, as the North Koreans did and fooled us in 2002, I was there when they did it, they have the capability to match the enriched uranium to the warhead, to the Krumshah or whatever missile, and send a nuclear weapon at Israel. And they are fast perfecting that deep underground in a laboratory that they built especially for this purpose. If that's the case, I suspect that's principally what we're after. I don't.
Okay, so that is honestly like a major. That should be like a major idea, right, or major topic, essentially. If once again, if Iran fast tracked their, or even like went with like a lower grade enrichment with like plutonium and uranium and all that shit, bro, and made like a weapon out of it. Man, oh man. I mean, like the dumber get the dumb get dumber, basically, is what I'm hearing. But I can see why people will be like, yo, I understand that, because it's for real. Their shit is at risk. It is. And every day we get their lives are at risk, right? The leadership there. And every day we get like US spokespeople saying like, well, listen, we found a guy to negotiate with in Iran. It's like, well, who? And it's like, these fools are probably like looking over their shoulders, over their backs, like, yo, who is doing that? Or are they lying, right? Which is probably the case, let's be honest, right? At this point, I'm sure any type of like spy or, you know, whatever for Iran or against Iran, I'm sure they left already, honestly. It's just too much happening, right? But still, the narratives are out there, and this is a it's a clusterfuck, man. Absolute clusterfuck. And the actual loss, the losses of once again, death is something that happens in life, right? We all die, essentially, right? At some point. But this shit is almost like, are we going out of our way to die? Like, what is this? And that's what I'm saying, like, all around. It's so unhealthy to me, where it's like, oh my God, what are we looking at? And yet, it will be the surviving narrative. The surviving idea. For Iran, against Iran. We'll all like make sure the idea of like bullshit war shit will keep up and exist still. We should eradicate it from fucking thought, honestly. We should. But that takes courage. We're not there yet. We're still in lemming territory. All right, here we go. Fuck it. Whatever, I'm rambling. Here we go.
No, but I would say that's probably the main target we're after. And I think we have less than a 50% chance of achieving success.
So you believe that decision may have already been made, and how does that change the game? You know, obviously Iran has talked a lot about their goal in this war is to establish some level of deterrence, so they're not constantly being, you know, threatened and bombed by the U.S. and by Israelis. So how does the strategic calculus change for us if Iran has decided, like, okay, well, I guess we're off to the races here?
That's a very good question. One, a group of us were pondering until the wee hours last night. And I think there's another dimension here that is crucial. We have seen devastating accuracy based on truly excellent intelligence all through the region by Iran, from Erbil in Kurdistan to our own embassy in Baghdad to the 2 aircraft that crashed over Iraq. By the way, one of those aircraft, we have it from good authority, was actually hit by a shoulder-fired missile.
Wow. Once again, it's like you're caught as a viewer, right? Is it the U.S. lying, or is it like, oh my God, the Iranians are like, these guys are like, they're the fucking truth tellers, apparently, right? I can't buy that either. I'm sorry. And a lot of these military ex-colonels and generals, whoever, right? They go on the internet and they say like, well, Iran is doing this because what? Like, well, why? Or sorry, how do you know that? Well, they said it, which is not good enough for me. Like in these foreign policy things, they're all bullshitting, in my opinion, bro. It looks like they're all bullshitting. But I get why Larry would maybe favor Iran over U.S. foreign policy at this point. I get why. That's saying he's not even like favoring. It's more of like, we know the U.S. to lie. We know Israel to lie. I get those points. I get it. But I can't just automatically be like, okay, Iran is saying the truth. I can't just do that, dude. It's like they're too human, right? Not even just human. Like they're like dumb fuck humans. It's too prevalent. Like pick sides on this shit, bro. For real. But don't worry, a U.S. colonel will tell us how accurate Iran is, and thus we have to go with it because this guy was a colonel or a lieutenant or a general or whatever the fuck he was. I'm just saying, like a thought process. Forgive me, just saying my thoughts out loud. Here we go.
Wasn't an accident.
Wow.
It actually was hit by a missile and went down. To other things that they've done in countries like Bahrain, where they destroyed our entire Fifth Fleet capability, and Qatar and Saudi Arabia. Now, think of this for a moment. We know that Iran has a second set of targets in countries in the region. It is waiting to see which of those countries actually materially support these actions that are supposedly coming up by these ground forces from the United States and perhaps Britain. They are then going to execute that second. And if they execute that second target list with a devastating effect that they did the first, the global economy is going to go into depression because it will take out almost all of the capacity. Whether it gets through the strait or not will be irrelevant because it will be destroyed. This is significant, and we're not even paying any attention to it.
Sir, how worried are you about the use of nuclear weapons by Israel, by Iran?
You're worried about the money.
Very, especially Israel.
What was that? Sorry.
I mean, it sounds like he's worried about the money.
Well, let's be real. And I'll be honest. I think a lot of the argumentation is is about like, listen, I hope at least, right? It's like, hey, this war's bad. Okay, you won't listen to like the idea of troops dying or the loss of innocent life in these other countries, right? Okay, that won't move you. Okay, how about money? How about the economy? Your gas prices get fucked. How about that? Your way of living gets fucked.
Fuck that. Fuck that, no. It's like this.
I can't say what Larry is, Jesse, but yeah, man. Like that's why I bring up intention so much because like, okay, maybe he like means to like he's against just the idea of like this type of thing happening in regards to war, like unnecessary war in his mind, right? So thus he'll use whatever excuse it takes to stop it, which I can understand empathetically, right? I can understand that, but you know, it's still strategy and tactics instead of directly saying, like, yo, morally, this shit is wrong as fuck. Let's get out of this thing, man. This is morally wrong. Instead, you have to appeal to people's pockets, right? Hey, man, you're gonna like your prices are gonna go up. Be against this thing, see? And we know like the results, right? They get fucked later on, essentially. Or sorry, that narrative ends up in like another narrative where you can still get fucked, essentially. In my opinion, at least. But hopefully he means well. He's just doing it for the sake of strategy, which is still bad, but it's better than full blown. I'm just trying to lie to you. Just try my best to lie to you. And get you to buy into something that is blatantly mentally ill to do. But let's play. Here we go. Watch your pockets, America. Here we go.
Significant, and we're not even paying any attention to it.
Sir, how worried are you about the use of nuclear weapons by Israel, by Iran, by the United States?
Okay, just what I'm here for.
Especially Israel. I would put the order of probability in that order. Israel first, Iran possibly second if Ted's right. And I don't think I don't even think Donald Trump, I hope I phrased that properly. I don't even think Donald Trump would resort to nuclear weapons.
Tell us about that with Israel then. You've dealt with the Israelis, you've studied them for a long time. Why are you so worried about it?
Studied them?
I remember in 73, if it hadn't been for the Soviets and us, and Henry Kissinger to a certain extent, bringing the pressure that both capitals brought on Israel, Golda Meir at the time, I think they had already uploaded 1 or 2 bombs and were going to drop it on the Egyptian Third Army, which was putting them in peril at that moment. What really solved that was the Israelis managed to flank that army and didn't need the nuclear weapon. But Golda Meir at the time, maybe it was for public consumption, told a BBC reporter, and it was on the top front page above the fold of one of the London papers the next morning, that in response to his question, would you use a nuclear weapon? She didn't bat an eye. She said yes.
You were telling us before.
Okay, so he's throwing out the idea that if Israel gets desperate, they will actually shoot a fucking nuke off, which I'm not saying is wrong, not necessarily, or maybe it could be like full blown like kind of devil worshipping like apathy. Like, hey, we can do it, so why not? Right? Shout to the U.S. and in Japan, right? Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Shout to that. I don't know. I mean, you would think that if Israel did that, right, not as the people, the government there is like, yo, let's shoot nukes at Iran. Although I've heard arguments that that wouldn't work. I've heard those arguments. Like, it'd be like so noticeable that they would get essentially like nuke themselves, right? Because okay, we can see your fucking like launch thing happening. We're gonna hit that with all the bombs we have, and thus it'll actually like hit your population and not ours. As a possibility, I heard that idea before, but I can't say I know. But let's say okay, Israel desperate. For whatever reason, they're desperate and they like want to shoot a nuke, right? I mean, I think Iran would just let it go, right? They throw it all out there, man. I would think, right? Because a nuke would be like devastating. Like, once again, not saying that Iran's like, oh my god, our population, we love our innocent civilians so much. It could be like actual self-preservation, as in like, hey, you're launching a nuke, we're gonna fuck you up now. Like, we're gonna extra fuck you up. Like, launch everything we have in like one sitting, which will be like, I don't know what these guys are like. They try to like make history. It'd probably be like one of the most devastating things in human history that we're aware of, right? It'd be a nuke landing somewhere, and it'd be like bombing everything they can on the other end. And that's going to be like, it's already devastating where we're at right now. That would be like extra, I would think. And we allow, whatever. We allowed mentally ill people having their hands over like buttons to do things like that, man. From Iran to Israel to the US to anywhere. Gulf states. Or Qatar is like, yeah, or sorry, UAE is like, yeah, fucking get rid of Iran, man. Which is already understood, I think, personally. These are mentally ill people, loudmouth, mentally ill people that are controlling, lives. Who dies, who lives. They're deciding that stuff. The dumbest amongst us are doing that. We are there. We are very much there. So
it's my turn.
What's up?
When's my turn?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I mean for like killing people.
Well, I'm sure you started with yourself, but I guess move on to others, man. Do your thing.
Just give me a small country somewhere.
You know what, Anthony? Do we give him Jersey?
Okay,
Make
never
it
mind.
fair.
Not Jersey.
Anthony's like, fuck you both. Fuck you, assholes.
Brother, that's haram, brother. You're from Canada. Take whatever we give you.
I ain't doing that Jersey Shore shit.
Go to Montana then. Good luck, brother.
Who needs nukes when you have snooks?
Yeah, exactly.
Send some snooky in there, bro. No, but like for real, Larry is, in my opinion, like that's not a crazy idea to bring out. I think it's worthy of looking at for regular people. Unfortunately, it'll still become a totem instead of a fucking like, holy shit, this is just so wrong. Might become a totem for election season, for water cooler talk, for friends. Like, hey man, I took the fucking red pill, man. Watch this. It gets like squandered almost instead of like full blown empathy towards a certain topic. It gets lost, I think. But I'll give Larry. You have a point. I'll say that. All right, here we go.
Question: would you use a nuclear weapon? She didn't bat an eye. She said yes.
You were telling us before the segment started, there were
like
some headlines jumping out at you this morning in the Israeli press in particular about J.D. Vance potentially looking for an off-ramp and wanting to put Israel's interests to the side, which would be necessary in order to even begin to explore an off-ramp. You know, do you put any credence in that reporting? And you know, what off-ramp exists for the U.S. at this point?
I think we should declare victory and quit. That's what I think. And Trump's a genius.
Trump's a genius. Got it. But this is Joe Cat.
You're gonna say that.
This is Joe Cat. Declare victory and walk away. Like, from what? How? What does walk away mean? Anyone, please tell me. What does walk away mean? Anyone? Harrison? Go ahead. Anyone?
Bomb you.
Okay.
We'll bomb you in a couple. We'll bomb you in a couple months. Years. Again.
Harrison, hold on, Harrison. Harrison, please. Harrison, please. Harrison, please.
Oh, let him go.
Yeah, you tell him.
No, let me give him volume first.
You tell
That's
him.
my point. Let me give you volume first, man. All right, Harrison, what do you got? What do you got?
I just got pinged hard by a fucking Russian. And it's your fucking fault because you're a fucking nigger lover. Fuck you, niggers. And fuck that fucking Russian. And fuck you, Anthony. You fucking, you don't even belong.
And I turn him back down. All right, moving on.
Yeah, Anthony.
But you're talking about a different server.
I can't even hear what he said, bro.
Harrison sounds like
I moved on already. Harrison is ranting in the back of my video right now. It's hilarious. All right,
I love you
Harrison.
so much.
Get him, Harrison. Someone's like bowing down right now.
Harrison, this ain't one of your
your rant.
KKK meetings. Keep it down.
I'm back.
Welcome. Or actually, perfect. We're watching a video. What's your name again?
Summer Stalker. My job called me in. They wanted me to dig a grave, so I did that.
Listen, we like stalkers here, okay?
What's he?
Welcome.
What's he stalking in the summer? Cock?
It's cock,
No,
it's
no,
cock
no,
stalking.
no. I'm stalking coffers.
Anyways,
Whippets?
the idea of declare victory as an off-ramp for this conflict, it sounds like what does that mean? Because the U.S. can't just like leave these territories, right? They're already embedded, like heavily embedded. In fact, there's like sending more troops there. So like, what's the off-ramp again? Larry, what is it? Like for real?
Larry is such a cool name, better than mine. Fuck.
Is Larry saying like the actual only like victory is like all troops in the entirety of the Middle East all leave? They all leave, right? They all what's the word? Whatever, undeploy whatever the fucking word is. They all leave. All right. Would they do that? I don't think so. Right? I don't think they would actually do that. So declaring victory means nothing, essentially, because these guys will hit these spots anyways, I think. Unless they have straight up, as far as like on paper, what they asked for, right? Which is straight up guarantees. Like, hey, you will never fuck with us again, type of thing. Which is like, that's some heavy fucking treaty shit, bro. Like, it's actually like historically treaty shit, essentially.
Jordan's
so
trying
like,
to be
there's no way that's happening. No chance, right? So, like, what is... I don't get it. Declare a victory... Okay, he's going to say, like, Trump's a genius about something? I want to hear that, too. Like, what does that mean? Harrison, if that's metric, bro, turn it up. Oh my god, it's Beach Boys. All right, never mind. Anyways. Okay, Trump's a genius. Larry, please tell us about that. Here we go.
Necessary in order to even begin to explore an off-ramp. Do you put any credence in that reporting? And what off-ramp exists for the U.S. at this point?
I think we should declare victory and quit. That's what I think. And Trump's a genius at lying about it. So I think with the MAGA base, at least, although it's becoming even more fragmented than he thought probably by this time, I think still he'd have enough core there that would believe him, no matter what fantastic lies he told about it. But declare victory and quit and tell Netanyahu he's on his own. The only problem with that is what we just discussed. Would Netanyahu, being on his own, seeing the Jewish state of Israel disappearing under his feet to be credited to him in history, would he not use a nuclear weapon or two? And as a military professional, he wouldn't use one. He'd have to use quite a few to have any impact on a vast country like Iran. 93 million people, the size of Western Europe. One nuclear weapon of the kilotonnage that Israel has would not do very much. If he dropped it on Tehran, of course, it would be bloody. It would be terrible. It would be horrible. Hiroshima, Nagasaki. But I don't think he would do that. He'd drop it on these military targets that are significantly underground, and that's not going to do very much. So he'd have to use many of them, and then the genie is truly out of the bottle.
Yeah. Last question for
Howard. Sorry, Sugar and Magic 8 Ball. Like, how are you not? Where's your questions for this? You should have like actual follow-ups for this, guys. What are we doing, actually? Once again, not saying Larry's a bad guy or anything. I'm not saying that at all. It's just more like the idea of like, okay, it's up to Americans, American voters, or the constituents, or it's up to them. In regards to, like, what do we do in this situation here? I don't think it is. Everything I'm seeing in regards to reports, ideas, foreign policy actions, geopolitical actions being taken, say, like, at the very least, Iran wants, like, guarantees, as far as I understand. They want guarantees of something. Not just fucking, like, hey, listen, guys, we're sorry. It was Israel. It's them over there. We're sorry, guys. My bad. Our bad. No, I don't see that as like an actual reality at all.
I'm gonna go to my truck real quick. I'll join back on my computer in a bit.
All right, dude. But it's this is not like a, hey, we lost. All right, moving on. I don't see that as like an actual. Anyone like see that as a reality on the ground in regards to that stuff? Maybe I'm wrong, or maybe my sources or the things I look at are wrong. But like, for me, like, common sense is like, there's no way that works out. Hey, we lost. We're out of here. What does out of here mean? Will the U.S. pull their fucking troops from the Middle East? I don't fucking think so. I'm sorry.
No,
I don't think so.
They'll wait till a Democrat is in office, and then they'll pull the troops out, and then a bunch of people will die.
Well, that's another, in my opinion, another play, by the way. Like Obama in the Middle East, right? Pulling troops out of certain places, funding others.
Like, I'd be willing to pay more in gas prices if we had like assurances that Israel would get theirs.
But
Like I'll pay more. I'll pay more in gas
you get
prices.
actually nothing out of the. Well,
Yeah, but it's
I mean,
entertaining.
You're kind
I'm
of a
paying for
troll.
entertainment.
Yeah, fair enough. You're in the troll category, so yeah. But think like a regular person. Like, what do they get out of any of this stuff?
Oh, you saying I'm not a regular person?
No, I don't think you are, man.
Well, that's rude.
Well, I think it's true though.
You think I'm AI?
No. I think you're a bot.
What if I was AI?
I love you, Harrison.
I think you're sadistic in a way. A sad, unfortunate thing. A person without a mirror. It's unfortunate. At the Harrison.
It's a
by the way.
cruel, cruel, cruel summer.
I like that song, but still, I think it still applies.
Bananarama.
I think it still applies. Anyways, all right. Let's keep playing. Yeah, fuck it. Who cares, right? Here we go.
Sir, you served in Vietnam. We were reading a quote from General Westmoreland this morning from 1965. He said, "There's no scenario where U.S. Marines would ever engage with the Vietnamese in the very first weeks of the war." Do you see parallels here with some of these deployments? Tell us about it.
I do. The major parallel I see is we went in, I think, with reasonably good intentions, and we ruined it all, and we didn't recognize it for 59,000 plus casualties later.
Luckily, I'm a nice
now, there
guy.
were other reasons. Johnson committing that huge amount of troops he did. I think President Johnson knew. He knew George Ball had told him. This is a case study I taught at William and Mary.
He also
that
killed
it
JFK,
wasn't going to do any good. And LBJ actually said, and I quote, "Oh ho, ain't going to be moved by no bombs," unquote. That's a direct quote from LBJ. And he knew it, but he knew also that if he cut and ran from Vietnam, he would lose the election. And so he didn't. And some 30,000 added to that 59,000 killed later, we finally left. This is a similar situation, and with a much different administration, which I don't think even knows how to make national security decisions.
At least.
Well, retired Colonel Lawrence Wilkerson, thank you so much for your time this morning. We got a lot.
Okay. They could have had some more prescient fucking questions, but whatever. It is what it is. I get it, right? It's just once again like some of these things didn't make sense to me in regards to like how do you get out of this situation? Didn't make sense. But I get his answer in a sense, and I get why they didn't add like no follow-ups for it. It's more of like, oh, you're the expert, okay, fine, we accept your answer. But they should have prodded a little bit more, just a little bit more, a little bit of product. That's all. Well, critical thinking or critical questions, you know, just do that. But either way, I said my piece. There it is. There's your video. Please subscribe if you feel like. Comment, agree or disagree. There's some stuff here. There's stories that I didn't show you, but I brought them up anyways in regards to like UAE and their stance, amongst other things. The what's it called? Propaganda and Co. Like CO. I think is a channel that exists. We're talking about like, yeah, we got something for Israel. If they try like shoot nukes, we have something for them. I'm just saying, it exists. But please let your thoughts be known. Unless we can't say Ram, Ranch, or YellBro. Just say anything else but that. Like that, please. Let your thoughts be known. Don't forget to share, support. Hopefully donate to all the links in the description box. Also, please join the Discord if you feel like all opinions are welcome. We're here right now, so please join up. Only if you feel like. Everything I showed you will be linked to, so you can look at it yourself and critically think, if you will. And most importantly, more than anything else on planet Earth, give this video a thumbs down.
Creamy ranch.
What? No, Ram Ranch. Ram Ranch. No Hidden Valley here, okay? Ram Ranch.